Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a haul video. Okay, so Jesus, be offense. This is gonna be part 2 of my Sephora VIB sale haul, but in addition to my Sephora products, I'm actually gonna show you guys some products that I hauled from McGrath as well as some stuff I hauled from Rephr. If you didn't know, Rephr is actually doing a 40% off sale. Plus they have, you know, their concept store and other ways in which you can save money, and it's actually happening the same time as the VIB sale. So I did pick up some stuff during their sale, and McGrath had a, you know, McGrath always on sale, so she had a little saley thing going on her website as well, so I picked up some stuff there. Anyways, before we dive in, let me quickly introduce myself. Hi, welcome. I am Jamila. I love all things beauty. I love all things makeup and skincare, and I especially love sharing tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing and joining the fam. And since we're talking about bargain prices, this video is exactly that. I'm going to be showing you guys all the stuff I picked up and then talking a little bit about how much, not exactly how much I spent, but like the sales that I was able to pick it up from. Now, granted, this wasn't my best haul in terms of, I probably could have saved more had I waited, had I finagled things a little bit better, but there were things that I just wanted, and I wanted right now, that instant gratification. So here we are. Now I don't want to hold you guys too long, and I'm hoping that this will be a quick video. So let's go ahead and dive in, starting with the stuff that I picked up from Sephora first. And I will include timestamps, so if you want to see specific parts of the haul, you can jump around if you'd like. Now, as I'm filming this, this is the last day of the sale, so I hope you guys are able to get all of the products that you want. I hope you got some great things to test out. Remember, if you don't like it, you can bring it back, so don't keep things that you don't want or you don't need. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Now, some of these things I did pick up in person, and I'm still waiting on a couple other products to come in, so there may be a third Sephora haul. I'm ashamed to say how much orders I placed, as well as how many times I've been inside the Sephora store. Like, very ashamed, but we're not gonna go there because this is not a judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. Okay, so the first thing that I actually picked up was the Milk Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. Now, this is a relatively new product from Milk. You guys have probably seen, if you follow me on Instagram, that I've been testing out the One Size Secure the Sweat Primer. It's actually what I'm wearing today, and it held up pretty well. Now, this is a primer I realized that you just have to make sure that you doing your base well, because I used one of these Supergoop sunscreens that just did not agree with this, and when I tell you I was greasy, you could have fried a bake on my forehead, and it wasn't cute. Now, I've seen okay things about this Milk primer, so I did want to give it a try. Like I said, it's a new product, so hopefully I get good results from this. And I also picked up the setting spray, but that hasn't arrived yet. I actually had to buy that online because all of the stores were sold out, so maybe that combo will work well. Now, I did also pick up the setting spray for the One Size from the One Size brand. So I actually think if I combine both of those together, I would have like a super matte finish. So we'll see how that goes. Then sticking with the primers, I decided to pick up the Secure the Blur primer from One Size as well. Now, a couple of you guys mentioned that you had tried the Secure the Sweat, and then some of the sales associate recommended this one. This is actually the original primer from the brand. It definitely has a more blurring silicone feel to it when I swatched it in store. This one actually is a little bit creamier, a little bit more gel-like. I like the consistency and the feel of this one a little bit better, but it doesn't blur your pores. This one does, and I could tell that from just swatching it. So I'm interested to see if that one works as well or even better than this one, because this is supposed to be for oily skin. This, it doesn't say it's supposed to be for oily skin, but it is meant to blur the skin. But I've seen some really good reviews from people with oily skin that like it. So maybe it works out well. Maybe I'll be able to keep both. We'll see. Y'all know if it don't work, it's going right back to the store. Now, I was able to pick up one of the Fenty tinted lip oils. Now, this is a lip oil / a lip stain, and it's been going pretty viral. I don't know how I feel about it. So I just got one to try. This is in the shade Serenity. So let me, there's no smell. It's the shade right there. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit, and then I'll wipe it off to see how much staining you actually get from it. But this seems like a pretty nice shade that would be good with like an everyday wear. So I'll test this out, see how I feel about this, see how I feel about the staining, and if it's really worth the hype. A couple of freebies. I did get a free Urban Decay, so, you know, the little samples that they give you. This is the primer potion, as well as a creamy eye treatment from Kiehl's. These are always great for travel, so happy to have it. This next product I'm super excited about. This is actually the glow screen from Supergoop. Now, I know I spent a lot of time talking about I don't want to be greasy when I'm wearing sunscreen. So why would I buy a glowy sunscreen? This is actually a tinted sunscreen, and I was able to try this on in store. It does come in 4 shades. This is the deepest shade, Sunset. It's a really nice kind of like chocolate shade. And when I tried it on in store, it actually didn't look greasy. Now, it definitely gave a glow to the face, but not a greasy glow like the Play one does. I feel like when you wear the Play sunscreen from Supergoop, it does look greasy. This one, it was just like a nice glow, like a nice little healthy color to the face. And since I have hypopigmentation around my eyes, I felt like I saw that this was kind of doing a very slight job at evening out the skin. And because of that, I feel like this is a product that I could wear on a no makeup day. Like, I could just throw this on. It kind of evens out the skin because it has a little bit of a tint to it. It kind of reminds me of like the Fenty skin tint, but lighter than that. So it gives you a nice little even tint. It sinks in, but it has a glow to it. So it sinks in so it doesn't look greasy and like it's sitting on top of your face, but you do still get a nice glow to it. The next product that I picked up, also from Supergoop, I picked up a travel size of the Resetting Refreshing Mist. If you watched my first haul, you would have seen that I picked up a full size of this. And thinking about it, I don't know if I will return the full size, but I wanted to get a travel size because I do have a number of trips coming up and I don't want to travel with the full size. So having this little one will be great because I'll be able to reapply on the go. And since this is meant to be something that I reapply, this would be what I would want to have with me anyway, because I would want to have it in my purse when I'm out and about. You know, you're supposed to reapply every 2 hours. I could just refresh my face. So I decided it makes sense for me to get the travel size. This does expire 2024, so I do have some time on it. And like I said, I'm undecided about if I want to keep the big one or return that one back to the store. So we'll see, because I haven't tried it yet. One of my concerns with the setting spray is, again, because it is a sunscreen, how is it going to mesh with my makeup? Is it going to give me any kind of white cast, or is it going to sit on top of my skin? Is it going to make me oily? All of that I want to be able to test with it. So hopefully I don't have any issues, because I don't want to be looking crazy on my trips. I'll have to test this out this week to see what it does. Okay, so this has been sitting on for a bit. Let me just wipe it off. Okay. So some light staining. Not too bad. Again, I'll have to try it on the lips, see how I feel about it, and then we'll go from there. I don't know if I showed you guys this in the first haul. If I didn't, I also hauled the Pat McGrath Divine Bronze Luxe Squad. I have products kind of all over the place, so apologies if you've seen this before. But this was a part of the Pat McGrath bronzer release. It's just the bronze quad 4 shades. But I really like the color story of this. I thought it was really beautiful. I thought that this is such a cute, like, easy peasy everyday look. And I'm a neutral girl at heart, so I decided that I needed to pick it up. And yes, it probably will go on sale on Pat McGrath's website for 25, maybe 30% off very soon. But I did have a gift card, so I was able to save money that way, which is completely fine. Okay, the next one thing that I picked up is actually a repurchase, and this has been in my skincare routine since I started seeing my new dermatologist. This is the Topicals Brightening and Clearing Serum. This is actually the second step in my skincare routine. Now, this thing smells so bad, so very bad, but it does a great job at helping with hyperpigmentation or hypopigmentation and evening out the skin. So I've been using this pretty consistently for the better part of, like, probably a year now. Yeah, I'd say close to a year now at this point. And I've noticed some improvement. I wouldn't say it's the most drastic improvement because my hypopigmentation is pretty severe on the sides of my face, but it's like slow improvement. I'm definitely seeing more improvement on this side, which has like less hypopigmentation than on this side where it's a little bit more stark. So I'll continue to use it, and hopefully over time it will progressively continue getting better. A couple more freebies. I got some fragrances. I love getting fragrances in my Sephora orders because these are what I travel with. So this is by Rosie Jane. I don't know who that is. It has notes of pear, jasmine, and fresh cut grass, I guess. So we'll see. And then this one is the 7 Virtues. Vanilla Woods. I don't know what the shade name is. I think it is... I don't know. Vanilla Woods, the 7 Virtues. So those are the 2 fragrances that I got. I literally have like a little drawer full of travel size, well, sample fragrances, because when I travel, I literally will like grab 1 fragrance for each day. That's how much I have, and that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, and then the last product that I have from Sephora is another favorites kit. I was so excited to see the favorites kit. Quite frankly, I think the best value from a lot of these sales, or the Sephora VIB sale in general, is, like I said, in the sale items, but also in these favorites kits items. Because the value in this is already really good when you look at it being reduced. And then when you get an additional savings on top of it, it just makes it like 10 times better. For example, this kit, they were selling it for $48, and the retail value is 139 products. And you actually get 2 full-size products in here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this so you can see what comes in kits. Okay, so the first thing is the actual first full-size product. This is the Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray. Now it says that this is supposed to soothe, purify, and renew. It helps seriously soothe stressed out skin. Our hero ingredient, hypochlorous acid, maximizes your good skin days by reducing the appearance of redness and supporting the skin's renewal process. It's for all skin types. Okay, so this just feels, it looks like just like it's like a refreshing spray. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Then it includes this exfoliating body serum from Topicals. This is the same brand for that serum that I showed you guys before. This is actually a really nice size. Cool. It says to slather over all over body 2 to 3 times per week or more often as tolerated. And the ingredients for this are retinol, lactic acid, urea, and squalene. Those are some really good ingredients. And it's for textured skin. Interested. I'm really looking forward to trying that. Then there's the deluxe size of the glow screen. Now this is the original glow screen, and I have the tinted version, so I might want to compare both of these to see which one I prefer. If you're thinking I have a ton of sunscreen, yes, I do. I have literally all the sunscreen. I bought a lot of sunscreen in this sale. Probably too much. But I will use all of it up, I promise. Like I said, if it doesn't work for me in my face, I definitely will mix them into like my body lotions or use it as body sunscreen because it's gonna get used. Promise you that. Okay, the next full-size product is this, I think it's a lip balm. Oh, it's called a Plumping Lip Serum from Makeup by Mario. This is the shade Bronze Glow. Oh, okay. Okay, that twisty thing is making a lot of noise. I won't continue to twist it up, but yeah. So it's supposed to be a plumping lip balm. Oh, you can't turn it back down, so I'm not gonna keep twisting that up. We'll see how this goes. As a black woman, I have pretty plump, thick lips already, so I'm never really looking for a plumping serum or lip injections or any of those things because my lips are already big enough. So products like that don't exactly speak to me, but we'll see. I just hope it's not uncomfortable because I know sometimes those can be hella uncomfortable and we're not about that life. Okay, so then there is a deluxe size of the Clear Brow Gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. You can always use a brow gel and you can't go wrong with Clear, so that will definitely get used. There's a waterproof version of these Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. You know, that is a holy grail mascara. I think that even though it flakes, it does do a really great job at lifting and giving volume to lashes. So it's one that I actually really, really like. There is a super tiny, not even deluxe, this is like a sample of the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Blush. So, oh, I wonder what the shade is. Doesn't include, oh, the shade is Provence. We'll see how far this goes because that's a really small sample, unless it's one of those where a little goes a long way. And then there is this freckle. I don't know what it is. This little, yo, this thing is the tiniest thing ever. All it says is Freckle OG, the original Freckle. I guess it's a Freckle pen. Oh yeah, so it has little itty bitty like applicator, so I guess you would dot on freckles. I never did the freckle trend, so we'll see. Two final products. The first is these Sunshine Drops from Drunk Elephant. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like bronzer, like bronzing drops. So, okay, so it says shake well before use. Add a drop or more to any Drunk Elephant serum for a gorgeous glow. So it looks like this is just like a glowy, bronzy kind of thing. And then lastly, there is this Way Scalp and Body Scrub. And this is a pretty decent size. Ooh, that smells amazing. Ooh, I'm excited to try that. I won't use it on my scalp for sure, but I'll definitely use it as a body scrub. That is nice. That needs to be like a lotion smell or something. So that's all the products that came in this Sephora Favorites kit. Again, I think if you have a chance to pick it up, it definitely is worth it in terms of value from my perspective. And if you are able to get it during the sale, even better because you save more money. Just kidding. I forgot that I just came from the store and I picked up more products. So, okay. So the first thing that I have to show you guys is I picked up just a backup of the Sephora concealer. This is in the shade 35N. This is actually the shade I've been using pretty much this last 2, maybe 3 weeks. I've been using it to carve up my brows, which I love it for because it's not too light. I've been using it as my eyeshadow primer, and I've been using it as a concealer like regularly, and I'm just obsessed with it. I think it's so good. So I decided to get another one in that color. I do have 2 more shades of that. One is 33.5 yellow, which is much brighter, so if you want that more stark bright under eye, you can go with that one. And the other one is closer to my skin tone, so I like using that as a like spot concealer to correct some of the hypopigmentation that I have from my acne scars. So that so there's that. Then I picked up this kit from Sol Janeiro. Only because I wanted the fragrance for this. This kit retailed for $30. I think they said that the value is $36, so not a huge savings in terms of the kit itself. I do like the little case though. I love a good clear case. But you get the cream, you get the shower gel, and then you get a body spray. So this is a really nice scent. I think it's good. It's really light. It's kind of like airy, very beachy. So I've used it before and I thought it's perfect for travel. And again, I have a couple of trips coming up, so I thought, why not go ahead and get that? And then I picked up a bunch of Sephora lip, I guess they're called lip creams. And I picked these up simply because I watched Glam Girl Chelsea's video and she was wearing this lip duo. And y'all, when I tell you it looked so good on her, so I was like, I need it. I need that exact combo. So then I started watching lip swatch videos of it and I just ended up with multiple. So I picked up, what is it, 7. So I picked up 7 shades of this. Now I'm not going to go ahead and swatch these because I do have to open all of them. But just so you can see the colors that I was going for. And maybe I will do like a full lip swatch video on this. Let me know if you guys want to see me swatch these lippies. Now these retail for $15, but if you remember the Sephora collection is 30% off, or was 30% off. So it came down to I think about 10 something per shade. And the last thing that I picked up, and this is the most expensive thing that I bought, and okay, fun fact, I am now rouge for 2024 because I lost my mind during the sale. I went into the sale thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get me a couple things. If you watch my recommendations video, I'm a whole liar, and I apologize because I lost my mind during the sale and I bought everything. And with that, I'm now rouge through 2024. And this was the last thing that I picked up during the sale, so this pushed me over the edge. I actually left Sephora, picked up them lipsticks, left Sephora, and went back to buy this product because it smelled so damn good. And that is the Fenty Beauty perfume. Now this doesn't seem to have a name to it. I don't see any name. but I sprayed it in store because I was like waiting for them to get my order. And I was just, you know, like, let me smell some fragrances. That was the dumbest idea ever. So I sprayed that. I sprayed the pistachio Kayali perfume. I sprayed a couple of those other Kayali perfumes, a couple of replica perfumes, and when I tell you that Fenty perfume just sat and lingered, and like, it is sexy. I don't know how else to describe it. The only word that I could attribute to that perfume is just straight sexy. It is so sultry. It has a little bit of spice to it, but it's like the type of perfume that like will turn heads. I didn't know it smelled like that. I had never smelled the perfume before. And I don't know if it's because I knew that I would probably like it, so I didn't want to like get myself in that trap, because I love me some fragrances. So I try not to smell a lot of fragrances because I fall in love and then I want them all. So I was like, you know, I'm not going to smell anything. I have been avoiding this for years because this is not a new fragrance. But when I smelled that in store, y'all, everything changed. Everything changed. And I was just like, well, okay. Guess I'm going to go sit down somewhere because... yeah, terrible idea. Anyways, so that was the last thing that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale. Now, like I said, I do have a couple other orders that I had to place online because they were sold out in store. So I may have a part 3 in terms of a haul video to show you guys more products that I picked up. And I will be working on like testing all of these. So I have them all kind of sitting in this one bag, one box, so that I can pull from and test all of these products. So stay tuned because we will be using all of these and trying to do it relatively quickly because I want to make sure that I can return the things that just don't work for me. So that's the plan. Okay, so now let's get into the other pieces of it, starting with Rephr. So like I mentioned, Rephr was actually having their 40% off sale. This is a sale that they actually do a couple times a year, at least twice a year, sometimes more. And their brushes are already pretty affordable for natural hair brushes. But when they go on super sale, which is this 40% off sale, you can get it even cheaper. Now, one of the things that I saw during this sale is that they had their pro brushes in their concept store. And interestingly enough, those brushes came with the pro handles. So instead of their normal wood handles, so this is what their typical handle looks like. This is just wood. They are wood with a glossy finish and a metal accent. So it looks more like this, so except this is like black and then you have this sort of metal accent to it. Now the brushes that they had in those pro handles were available in like the secret shop. So once you sign up for Rephr, you actually have the regular shop, and when you log into your account, you have your secret shop, which gives you access to other products. Now the brushes in that secret shop were actually 50% off, so for me, I thought it was a much better deal, so I did pick up a couple of brushes. So I'll show you guys those. So the first brush I picked up was the number 5. This is one of their blush brushes. So it has number 5 written on here. On the other side, it just has the R for Rephr. And you can see this is a much shinier wood than the standard Rephr brushes, which these brushes actually have Rephr written out completely here, and then they have the number at the bottom. So you have the shinier wood and then you have the silver sort of accent. So this is the blush brush. I will say that I do think that the length of this is also a little bit longer than the original brushes in the regular wood. So this is number 5, their blush brush. Then I picked up number 4. This is another blush brush, except it has a sort of angle to it. And I prefer this shape over the previous one. I just wish that this was a little bit bigger, a little bit more fluffy, but this is the shape that I actually prefer for blush application. Then I picked up 2 of the number 2 brushes. So these are eyeshadow brushes. They have that sort of flat top to them. Again, you have the R, and then they have the number 2 on the back there. So that's the number 2 brushes. And then I actually picked up 2 brushes from the regular sale. These are the number 33 brushes. Now these are definitely much bigger eyeshadow brushes than typical. And I watched Kinky Sweat or Alicia Archer's video, and she used this both as like a concealer but also as a one and done shadow, and she really liked it for like, you just pick one when you just want to do literally one shade. This gets the whole surface of the eye, and then you can blend it out. So I thought that this would be great because I really want to do more one and done looks. I want to dig into some of my cream shadows from Sydney Grace and Tom Ford and Charlotte Tilbury, and just do like one shade, buff all the edges, and maybe add some bronzer or just like a deepening up matte in there. So I picked up 2 of those to do those sort of one and done. And lastly, I picked up the number 3, which is the pencil brush. This is just great for the waterline, and this is again in the Pro handle. Now, another thing that I grabbed from Rephr is the makeup sponge. They actually just launched this, so it was on super discount. The retail price for this is $10, but they had it on sale for $2. So it's just a standard black sponge in the teardrop shape. It does feel a little bit dense, so it's gonna be really interesting to see what this feels like when it's wet and how big it gets when it's wet and how good it blends. So I'm looking forward to trying it. Now, I will say that the retail type price for this is $10, and I don't see myself repurchasing this, even if it is a good brush, even if it is a good sponge, sorry, because the Shop Miss A pop water sponges are $155, and I think those are phenomenal. They're the best sponges that I've ever used, and I would probably just continue to buy that one over this one because it is $155 versus $10. You know, I could get 5 sponges or 1. And then, I don't know if they're trying to get rid of these, but when you spent $99 or more, you actually got 2 of their modular components. This is the component C, so it's the one that has just sort of these standing slots, and you can use it to store palettes in it. I already have 2 of these, so I guess I have 2 more. But yeah, they included 2 of those for free, so now I have multiples. I don't know if I'll keep them because, like I said, I have 2 of those already, and I think I might have more, to be quite honest. I've definitely given away some, and I noticed that they do give away those quite frequently, so I think in previous sales you did get the modular system for free on top of that. Now, you could always buy it if you wanted to. They're not super expensive, and if the sale is still going on, I also definitely recommend checking out their skincare, because the skincare products that they released are fabulous. They're really, really good. Okay, so those are my Rephr products, and now let's transition to my Pat McGrath order. So luckily, my stuff did come in the stereotypical Pat McGrath black box. I know that as of late, that hasn't been happening consistently, but I look forward to my little black box. So I hope Patricia gets it together because we need the black box. Okay. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, Pat McGrath did have some products go on sale. On her website, she has this sort of exclusive deals section where certain products go on sale, and surprise, surprise, her Love collection went on sale. And I'm saying surprise, surprise because this released in February. This was the collection that Pat McGrath developed for Valentine's Day, and it did not sell well. And I don't want to say it didn't sell well. Well, I don't think it sold well. Now, Pat McGrath hasn't been selling out for many, many years now at this point. But I think one of the reasons why this didn't sell the best is that these were all neutral palettes. Now, granted, I do think that they were appropriate for Valentine's Day. I think they're gorgeous palettes. I think it makes sense. I think that this sort of anger that people have towards Pat putting out these sort of neutral palettes confuses me. I really don't get it, because Pat McGrath, if you look at her entire collection, she has never been a colorful eyeshadow brand. She's never been a colorful makeup brand. So I don't understand why we all expect that much from her, because she's never done that. And quite frankly, when she released that palette last year with that colorful palette, the Mothership Mega, I wasn't feeling it that much. I thought I was excited for it, and then I got it and I was like, nah, Patricia, give us what you've been giving us, because we keep telling you what we want and we are wrong. So I like these palettes. I think that they're everyday friendly, and quite frankly, the vast majority of people are not going to be wearing crazy colorful eyeshadow. So she is catering to the masses. So I don't know what y'all want from her, but leave her alone, because unless you come for Tom, Mr. Ford Thomas and Charlotte Tilbury. Let Pat do what Pat is doing. Anyways, I have to just let that little rant out because it really is aggravating the amount of hate she gets for putting out eyeshadow that everybody wants, and it's also top tier quality. Because one thing you could say about Pat, or you can't say about Pat, is that her quality is trash, because she will give you eyeshadow, and yes, it might be the same 4 brown or pink shades, but it will be the best quality to touch your eyes. Anyways, so like, I'm done. I promise you guys that. So like I said, her Love collection was on sale. It was 25% off, so I thought that that was fair. It probably I could have gotten it for 30% off, but you know, to get this for 25% off literally a month and a half after they launched, I think that that is actually pretty fine, because I don't mind getting it now and paying a little bit extra than I would on sale. So I got all 3 of the palettes from the collection. This first one is, what is this one? This one is Sublime Seduction. So this is the neutral, more bronzy neutral palette. So you get 3 mattes and then 3 shimmers. I think these are 2 shimmers and this one's more of a satin shade. Yeah. And it's that sort of very sort of standard brown neutral palette. I actually love that color story, as you can tell from the last Pat McGrath palette I showed you guys, the quad. Then the next one is, this is Velvet Liaison. I think this is the pink, no, this is the all matte palette. I was actually really excited about this, and probably the most excited about this because it's an all matte palette. You can literally pair this with any of your shimmers, and I think that this is perfect for deeper complexions, because these are all the shades that I look for. You get your bronzy neutrals, like your regular browns, and a little bit of pinky shades. Now this definitely feels more warm. I think that this is probably the coolest matte in the palette. These 2 are probably cool-ish, but I will say it is the types of mattes and the types of browns that I go for every day. Like, these are the types of things that I look for and that I love. And having just a matte palette from Pat that you can mix with everything, sure, I can pull that in, grab some of my Pretties for Your Face singles, grab some of my Adept shimmers. You can't go wrong with an all matte palette, and I think that would actually create a bomb all matte look. And then the last palette is Iconic Infatuation, and this is the pinky palette. Now this is definitely a cool toned pink color story, which I think is super duper interesting, and I don't have anything like this. I think all my pinks tend to not lean super cool, so I'm looking forward to playing in this. And I shouldn't say that I probably don't have anything like this, because chances are I do. Now the one downside to these palettes is that they all have the same packaging, so it is borderline impossible to tell which palette is which. And then the last thing that I actually picked up was one of the chrome pots. Now this is from the Star Wars collection. I was trying to pick this up during the Sephora sale, but tell me why Sephora actually raised their prices during the sale. Now before the sale started, certain Pat McGrath Star Wars products were on sale, 25% off, and then suddenly the sale started and they went back up to regular price. Really, Sephora? They tried it with that one, but anyways. So this is the shade Rouge Rebellion, and this is the reddish shade. Isn't that pretty? Oh my god. Let me actually swatch this for you guys. Ooh, it does have a very creamy texture to it. But it feels like a regular powder shadow. That is really nice. Okay. We see you, Patricia. That's pretty. I also wanted to get the gold in it, but I think it either sold out or something, and I just didn't end up getting it. So, womp womp. It is what it is. And then lastly, I got 2 free gifts with this order. The first thing is the Pink Mystique. So this is actually the pink mascara that Pat came out with. Was this for holiday? I think this was holiday. Ooh, really pretty holographic packaging. This actually feels really heavy. I don't wear pink mascara, but I guess I do now because I'm gonna give it a try, see what I can do with it. And then lastly, and this was because I spent a certain amount of money. Once you spend over a certain amount of money, I think it was like $80 something, 90 something, whatever. You get a free makeup bag. Oh, this is cute. This is cuter than I expected. This is real nice. Okay. So this is a really nice pouch. And you could store your makeup products in here. Now, I don't think I would use this as a makeup carrier because I like having my makeup bags be clear and see-through so I can see exactly what is in them. But I think I know exactly what I'm going to use this for. And I'm probably just going to use this to store my electronics. So I need to get a sleeve for my MacBook for when I travel so I can put that in there. And I could use this to store like the cord for the MacBook and all that other fun jazz. I might actually even think about, I wonder, So this is my case for my hard drive and my like SD cards and whatnot, and I wonder if it will fit in here with the cords. Maybe. If not, it would just be, you know, like I would store my MacBook cord in here, I would store my regular phone charger, everything in here. This is what I think I will use this for. But it is really nice. I do love how this is printed on. It feels very high quality. This nylon feels really nice. It doesn't look like it will scratch, and I also feel, because it is that nylon texture, you could just wipe it clean. So I am surprisingly more impressed than I thought I would be with this. That's funny. But yeah, the only thing that would have made it nice is if the zip had like Pat McGrath on it, but it's just a regular gold zip. But yeah, that's it. Love this more than I thought I would. And yeah, okay. Ooh, child. So that is it. Jamila is done. Jamila is buying nothing else. Jamila needs to go sit down, crawl into a hole, and think about her decisions, because what happened, y'all? And with that being said, I'm just saying this out loud. May, no buy. No buy, baby. Jamila can't buy nothing. I'm on a hard no buy in May. I'm not getting anything at all because I bought everything for the next 6 months in the last like 3 weeks. So we are done. That is it. That's it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing today's haul video. Let me know your thoughts on any of the products that I picked up. Also, let me know in the comments below what you want to see me try first. It's a lot to look through, and you guys know this is not my full-time job, so I will do my very best. So please be patient. But yeah, I'll do my best to get as many of this up as quickly as possible. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you more than you know. As always, don't forget to hit that like button. Again, leave your comment down below. Subscribe, join the fam if you haven't already done so, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!